Take us into training camp, because obviously hard work goes without saying. You've talked about Zen and what he brings to that as well. My perception is it's serious and hard work and graft and get the job done. There's got to be light moments, right? Like, do you guys take the piss out of each other in the gym just as much as you work hard?
Oh, all the time. We always take the piss out of each other. Like, in the gym, we're just ourselves. Like, that's the realness of us. Like, in the gym, we'll be ourselves. I built my trust through my gym. Like, I let my wall down thanks to my gym, so we can crack jokes. I'm not afraid to speak. Like, before, I'd be always too scared to speak about my personal stuff, but I'll share it with my gym and be like, what do you think? And, they'll give me advice, and then, we give each other advice. So it is like, we work really hard. Like, when it's training, we're full on. Like, there's no mucking around. If you muck around, you're out. Like, we just don't have the time for it, because, like, we're there all to win world titles. That's the number one goal. And so when we train like we're winning a world title. So it's really hard, but at the same time, after training, we take the piss out of each other. We crack jokes. We be funny. We get smart to each other. It's crazy.
Humbleness, right? No egos. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to say this right, but I've heard your nickname is Hakateri.
Oh, yeah, Hakateri.
Hakateri?
Yeah, nice.
What does that mean?
Oh. It means, like, it's another word for hoary, but, like, you're disgusting, you're dirty. It fits me perfect because my nose,
Yes, you're talking about fighting for a world title. Like, real boxing novice here who has be very wary of a guy who thinks he knows a lot about a sport, because he doesn't know a lot about a sport. But it's an IBO bantamweight title that you're fighting for?
Yeah, super bantamweight.
Super bantamweight. Okay. So I've got two parts to my question. One is it all the letters in the alphabet again? Like, are all those WBO, WBC, like, are all of those various boxing promotions? I think they are. Are there titles in all of those as well?
Yes, so there's sanctions.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Like I said, be wary of a guy who knows a little bit but doesn't really know what he's asking.
5 sanctions.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there's 5 top sanctions.
Yeah.
So there's WBC, WBO, WBA, IBF, IBO, and then there's the Ring Magazine, which is like, once you get all unified, you get that belt as well.
Okay. And super bantamweight, what does that mean in kgs?
That is 55.3.
Okay. Do you have to cut, or?
Yes, I do.
What is involved in a weight cut for you?
Just eating clean. Stop eating bread, stop eating chocolate, and stop eating a lot of fatty food, like
I was
ice
hoping
cream.
you weren't going to say any of that stuff, because if I need to cut weight for a fight that I might be in the future,
You fighting, bro?
you never know, man. You never know with me.
Drink lots of water.
All of these things.
Oh, I hate weight cut. But then I like it too at the same time, because like, it makes me, I feel better. Like, when you're clean eating, you feel like you got heaps of energy and you're lighter and far. Like, man, I've weight cut, and then like at training, I'm like, whew, my feet seem faster. I'm like, whoa, and then my hands go faster. Well, that's how I feel. So I'm like, yeah.
How far out from the fight do you have to start cutting?
I start, like, depending where I'm sitting. So when I'm sitting, I like to we try. See, the best thing that my coach is really good at this, like, I hate listening to, because nutritionists, right? Like, good credit to nutritionists, they know what they're doing, but they don't get the sport of boxing, because, like, you don't want to be on weight on the day. Like, I've learned that, because it takes you, if you're on weight the week of your weigh-in, then you've like lost you've lost like muscle or your power. And then, like, the way my coach does it is that he makes sure we lose just the fluid, and then, because the fluid you can put straight back on, and then you come back to your old weight.
Yeah, this is fascinating to me, how this all works. It really is.
Man, my coach's brain is like, it's crazy, eh? Like, how he knows all this stuff. He's like a manager, coach, nutritionist. Because, like, honestly, if you get like a bloody nutritionist and a sport athlete and, you know, like a strength conditioning person to like tell us fighters, oh, you got to be out this way. We'll get in the ring and we'll be weaker. But no, we know if we listen to exactly how our coach tells us to do it, we get in the ring and we're strong. We're fast and we're strong. We haven't lost any power or speed. So, yeah, I really listen to what our coach says when it comes to eating and stuff. And that's what I've learned, like, especially last year. I was like, damn it. I lost, when I was in Dubai, I lost, like, it was really good, but the heat, and I lost it too early. And it did take, I learned the hard way, like, it did take a little bit of my strength out of me. And I got tired quite quick, where this time I know how to do it exactly how he said. Like, when he says, be at this the week of the fight, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to make sure I'm there.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
If I tell her to do it, she'll do it.
Yeah, some of the boys like don't even listen to what he says, but if they listen, he'll become out the champion.
That's a difference between a world champion and...
It's an incredible sport when you consider, again, the novice just thinks you get in a ring and you fight, but all of the aspects that are behind the scenes that don't even enter the casual sports fan mind, you understand why they call it the sweet science, because there is an absolute science behind what you do.
Like, I feel like for boxing, like, you know how like a lot of sports, you can be physically fit. Like, you can be a machine. Like, you can be the fastest runner or go for miles. But boxing, it's a mental game. I find that it's more mental than it is physical, because like you do all the physical in the training, but it's the mental. Like, if our mind ain't right, then you're just going to fail in the ring. So it's a real mental game in boxing.
I feel like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are the perfect representation of that. One is the most chiseled, fit, supreme-looking specimen ever. Yeah. And then you got Tyson Fury, who's sort of looks a bit out of shape and a bit sort of sloppy, for lack of a better word, but just mentally to the master, right? He just owns it.
Can I ask just another niche fight sports question, which is one that I go to? Do you have the same walkout song every time, or do you mix it up?
No, I mainly have the same walkout song, but this time I've mixed it up.
Okay. Can you tell us the song that you normally walk out to? I don't want to spoil the surprise for fight night coming up.
I normally walk out to my cousin Des Ryder's song. He wrote from himself ages ago, because like back then I used to be like a big fan, like thinking, yeah, my cousin sounds bloody awesome, and it fits perfect because like I know every single word to it, and I love how it hypes me because it makes me feel relaxed and excited. So yeah, he wrote that song, and then he made one for me, and it's called The Nightmare.
Oh wow,
awesome!
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
So it's really cool.
One last question from me, and Shay's going to give me shit about it. He thinks I always ask guests about how much they earn, and I'm not going to ask that.
He does ask
but
that.
I do want to know about professional women's boxing. So it's like you win this fight, and then is the goal to go overseas? Is it a lucrative fights on the horizon? Like, is there big money at the top of the women's professional boxing pyramid?
Yeah, there is. At the end of it, like once you collect the belt, like depending who you fight, and then like if you beat them, oh man, yeah, the money can be big. Yeah, definitely. But it's okay, but not as good as the men. The men get way more, but that's okay. I love the sport, not because of the money. I love the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do love the sport, and we've heard that you also give back. And I know you might, now that you're a pro fighter, not look so favourably on the amateur sport, but I understand you corner for amateur boxers, for young boxers coming up as well. Is giving back a big part of what you do now? Oh
yeah, 100%. It only you learn when you're in the corner. You also learn things that you don't realise that you're gonna learn. Like you see those fighters that you're taking in the corner, and you're giving them advice, and then you're like, oh, I need to be saying this to myself. Do you know? So you're actually teaching yourself at the same time when you're taking people in the corner, and I love it. I really enjoy it. It gives me another passion of why I love the sport. It definitely drives me. Like taking people in the corner, it just gives that more determination to become a world champion and prove to everyone that this little Māori girl from New Zealand can win a world title and will collect them all.